Welcome to the Poland Bulldog Show, coming to you from Bulldog's Bar and Grill in Poland, Ohio. We are here every week on Tuesday nights, 7 o'clock. Come check us out one night. Get to have some fun like the other all the other player families come. Coach joins us here most weeks. They got some great food here. The wings are phenomenal. Coach can definitely talk about that some. We talk about the garlic parm wings all the time. But anyway, come join us one of these weeks. I'm joined once again by head coach Tom Pavlansky, head coach of the Poland Bulldogs. Coach, thanks for joining us as always.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. No problem.
Absolutely. So, Coach, Friday night, you guys get back in the win column. Much needed win against another tough opponent. What are some of your takeaways in the win against Niles?
Yeah, it was good to get out to a fast start. Um, I think our kids were focused, ready to play the game and realizing what was at stake in terms of, staying in the NE8 race, and then also maintaining our spots there in the rankings, because they're planning on and preparing, trying to get to week 11. And but also we want to get the win number 5 and guarantee ourselves a non-losing season. And again, I'm really proud of our kids about how they went about their business and how hard they played.
And those things are not easy to do at any level. Just getting to at least you're 500. It's not a losing season, but you guys have bigger aspirations, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We want to be as good as we can be. We want to be as good as we can be. And what our kids want to do and that. I mean, I think there's a good understanding of where they want to go and what they need to be doing in order to give themselves the best opportunity to do that.
Absolutely. And coach, one thing we talked about earlier in the year is this platoon that you have at the running back position. Now, you had three different backs in that committee score touchdowns on Friday nights. Super impressive. And I just got to ask, when you have multiple trips down there at the goal line and it's, first and goal from the 1-2 yard line, are you consciously thinking about, oh, let me get this guy a piece of the pie. Let me get this guy, or do you just call it and whose
Uh,
number you dial up
you know
reaches the
what?
board?
No, we just call it, and I mean, I think we're conscious though of certain situations and circumstances that may be involved, but we are very blessed and very fortunate to have, 4 or 5 guys, really 6 guys, or no, I'm sorry, even 7 guys who we feel good about with the ball in their hand coming out of the backfield. And so we try to keep them fresh most of all. Like I mean, a young man you're talking to tonight, Ricky Madeline. Um, Ricky, he does a lot for special team wise. He's a starter on defense and offensively. Um, he's always been good for us. And but in terms of the scheme of things, we want to make sure guys are as fresh as possible, and our priorities are special teams, defense, and then offense. And that's how we try to delegate it and prioritize it. But we do. We have multiple guys who can uh, who can carry the ball, and we feel good about them.
Absolutely. And we're going to be talking to Ricky later here tonight. Ricky's someone that he does all the dirty work, and it was nice to see him hit pay dirt
Yeah.
on Friday night for sure. Now, looking at talking about the defensive side, this is your third shutout of the season. That's not easy to do at any level. We've talked about that. One highlight I got to talk about. We don't talk about individual players here, but I got to call out Jay Stefanson. And there's a kickoff return that I remember seeing, and his pursuit of that kick returner
Yeah.
was phenomenal and saved
Yeah.
putting points on the board.
I mean, Jace, I mean, that play there, really the next 2 plays, I mean, the kickoff and the tackle he made, and then defensively, the hit he put on the ball carrier, at the 2 yard line. I think that was just really symbolic of our senior class and also really of the year that we're having in terms of playing every single play as well as you can play it. And how easy it could have been for Jace to say, hey, we're up 42 nothing. Yeah, I'm getting blocked by 3 guys, and I just okay, just let him go score. And and nobody would have probably blinked, really. And I mean, I told Jace before the huddle, at the huddle before the kickoff, that listen, if they happen to bust this, that's when you're gonna make a tackle. But don't be sticking your nose in there, because I just say, hey, this is 42 nothing. Keep things in perspective here. But obviously they broke it, and I mean, and Jace was the last man there, and I mean he tackled him at the 2. you
And,
know,
and
and
and no doubt it's a snowball effect, right?
yeah,
He makes that hustle play, tackles him at the
yeah,
two. Then your defense, your entire defense makes the hustle play, and they
yeah,
knock the ball loose in the end zone. All of a
yeah,
sudden, we're not
yeah,
giving 8
and
points up
that's
at all.
where, and hey, that's where, I mean, the other young man you're talking to tonight, there's 11 guys out there on
Yep.
defense, but Jeffrey Kolar, he took on that kick out and we squeezed it back inside, made him bounce it out to Jace, and allowed Jace to make that hit. But it's a team defense. It's a team defense about doing their jobs individually, winning your individual battle, and then doing it with a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of desire to get their hat to the football. And as I said, our senior class has been unbelievably unselfish. They've been unbelievable in terms of effort. Okay, and their determination, their dedication to each other, and um, they really have. They're all having their career best year.
Is a special group. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
Now, one thing I'll ask, Coach, do you buy donuts the day after
Yeah,
shutout?
we do. You know, we
I
we
love it.
do,
I
we
love it.
do, and yeah, we get a pretty big order of donuts because it's a team thing going from
Heck
the
yeah.
scout team, the scout team offense and the work they do. So they get a donut, and we'll let the seniors get two or three if
Okay.
they want them, and then I think Jason's going first. That's all I know. Jason's going first. He's got the first pick of the donuts, so he'll get the first two selections there. Then everybody else will get the seniors will get two, and everybody else gets one. Then whatever leftovers, we'll let them fight it out. But we do get donuts. Uh, on for a shutout.
That's
So
that's fantastic. I love that, Coach. So, you talked about being up big, 42-0. Going into the half, it was 28-0. Uh, you know, I couldn't help but notice you guys are going into the half, and I'm looking at the expression on your face. I'm like, that doesn't look like the expression on the face of a coach is going up, into the half up 28-0. Can you talk about that? So,
yeah, we're not always perfect. We want to be perfect, and
yeah,
so if we're not perfect, we got to make corrections. That's part of coaching. And we got to make sure we get things try to get things straightened away. And towards the end of the half, there, I think the last drive of the half, like I said, we weren't as good as we needed to be there execution wise, and that's all. And this coach is trying to be perfect, and but again, you're striving for perfection. You may hit excellence and that, but the kids, they said I mean, they've been a good group in terms of taking instruction, asking good questions, and going to play as hard as they can possibly play. And so, and we knew, hey, to start the second half, we wanted to get one in, and uh, and just continue to get better. We got to continue to get better, um, and let's go from there.
I love that, Coach. I love that you remained focused. Didn't get too high, didn't get too low. You never seem to get too low. You see a lot of, especially on TV when watching college games, coaches get really emotional on the sidelines and they get up in their players' faces. One thing I appreciate about you, Coach, I never really see you get really down on a player.
Uh,
I see you being motivational, but not yelling, degrading kids, and
right.
just speaks volumes to the kind of coach that you are.
Well, as a staff, and we just want to remain, big believers in positive reinforcement, and because again, they're kids and they're going to make a mistake here or there. I know as coaches, we're going to make mistakes too, and we always try to get better, and we're
Ab-
all in it together, and
Absolutely.
so we're gonna. I mean, we know this that nobody's out there is trying to make a mistake,
Right.
and our kids know that, and uh, so we're going to stick together and keep working and just try to be as good as we can be as a group.
Absolutely. Great strategy, coach. So, finally let's talk about Gerard a little bit. Let's a big game coming up this Friday night.
Huge, a huge game. Anytime you play Gerard, I was talking to somebody today earlier that it's not a lot of sleep this week. I mean, they do a ton of things both offensively and defensively as well as special team wise that can keep us, will keep us awake a lot. And because again, they are extremely dangerous. They're as well coached football team as we're going to see. And their kids play hard. Being a Gerard Indian matters to them. You can tell that right away. And as I said, we got to work it out for us. I mean, they're a dangerous offensive team where they spread you out. They got a great running back. They got a great quarterback. They got a really nice selection of receivers. They can all run good routes and they all catch the ball. And again, up front, they're huge. I mean, they got two tackles. They're both 6'6", 290. And so we got, we got to work it out for us on the defensive side, and then defensively, they play a lot of multiple fronts. They fly to the football. I mean, they got a lot of wrestling type bodies that really create a problem. And so we do. It's there's a reason why they got a winning record. There's a reason why they're ahead of us in the playoff rankings. And so we got to make sure we continue to have a good week of practice and just to give ourselves a chance.
Hey, you know what though, Coach? That's what makes this time of year fun, right? Who doesn't love a good
Exactly.
challenge? So,
Yep.
Gerard, a traditional, just a program that's known for being good and known for sending players to the college level. But so is Poland, right? So,
Yeah.
Coach,
There's two proud communities.
absolutely good luck
So
to you. I look
thanks, man.
forward to seeing
Appreciate
you
it.
on
Thank you.
Friday. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us. We'll have the player comments coming up in just a moment.
Thank you.